We have a special guest today. We have the one and only Gene Casey, who we all know and love, but doesn't really need an introduction, but please welcome Gene.
Actually, I need an introduction, so I can. That's how it works. I'm going to warm up with a sad song, but it's up tempo, so it kind of cancels each other out. A song called Sea of Heartbreak. Well, the lights in the harbor, they don't shine for me. I'm like a lost ship stuck here on the sea of heartbreak, lost love and loneliness, memories of your caress, so divine. How I wish you were mine again, my dear. I'm on the sea of tears, sea of heartbreak. How did I lose you? Where did I fail? Why did you leave me? Always to sail in the sea of heartbreak, lost love and loneliness, memories of your caress, so divine. How I wish you were mine again, my dear. I'm on the sea of tears, sea of heartbreak. Oh, what I'd give to sail back to shore, back to your arms once more. Come to my rescue. Oh, come on back to me. Love me and keep me away from the sea. Yeah, the sea of heartbreak, lost love and loneliness, memories of your caress, so divine. How I wish you were mine again, my dear. I'm on the sea of tears, sea of heartbreak, the sea of heartbreak, sea of heartbreak. That's my wife. Her name is Heather. She's my manager, my mangler, I call her. She's really not doing anything, she just likes to get on stage. Thank you, Heather. I'm still warming up. I'm gonna do an old kind of blues song for you. A guy named Jimmy Reed, very popular. He sold more blues records than almost anyone back in the day. Just maybe what you want me to do. How are you? How you doing? A lot warmer here than at the parade, so maybe. We're going up, we're going down, we're going up, down, down, up, any way you wanna let it roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do. You got me reeling, you got me rocking, you got me real rock, rock, real any way you wanna let it roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do. We're going up, we're going down, we're going up, down, down, any old way you wanna roll it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do. You got me doing what you want me, pretty baby, what you want me to do. You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do. Well, I'm so happy to do this show. We were supposed to do it last year. What happened last year? What did happen? I've totally lost control now. When I say last year, it could have been 3 years ago, 5 years ago. But we were here 2 years ago in February, along with my bass player, Pete Pugnelli, who couldn't be here today because he got hit by a car. And he's okay, but they had to do an operation on his leg. So he won't be playing the upright bass until the summer, so we're thinking of Pete. So I've replaced him with a wooden box. It's much easier this way, they don't talk back. Wooden box and dog markers. Right. But this gives me a chance to do some songs that I don't normally get to play with the band. And some of my own songs, I hope you like that. A song called You Never Had to Fall in Love with You. You've had it easy, girl. You've had an easy ride. You never had to work too hard. You never had to fight. You never had to do the things I do. You never had to fall in love with you. Nobody ever kept your heart tangled up in chains, walking around in circles, even sleeping in the rain. You never had to stand inside my shoes. You never had to fall in love with you. You never had to walk along the lonely streets at night. You never had to need someone to know what isn't right. You never had to do the things I do. You You never had to need someone and know it isn't right. You never had to do the things I do. You never had to fall in love with you. You never had to fall in love with you. You never had to fall and 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 fall in love with you. I like library gigs. I don't know about you guys, but the hours, you can't beat the hours. And people listen. Thank you. I've noticed my audience is the large print crowd. I love it. Thank you. I want to thank Dawn for putting the show on. Let's hear it for Dawn and Larry. Someone asked me would I do a Johnny Cash tune, and I said I'll do a few today. Here's one of my favorite, an early song he wrote. In the early days, Johnny wrote most of his songs. I think this is one of his best. I like to play it, called Big River. Well, you know I taught the weeping willow how to cry, and I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cry for that woman are gonna flood you, Big River. I'm gonna sit right here till I die. Well, I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota. She tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. Then I heard my dream went back downstream, cavorting Davenport. And I followed you, Big River, when you called. All right. Then you took me to St. Louis, later on down the river. A freighter said she's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. I traveled up to Memphis, she just walked up the bluff, raised a few eyebrows and went on down alone. Why don't you batter down to Baton Rouge, River Queen, roll on. Take that girl all the way to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough, dump my blues down in the Gulf. She loves you, the Big River, more than me. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cry for that woman are gonna flood you, Big River. I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Yes, I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Johnny Cash, thank you. You know, people assume that I like Johnny Cash is we have the same fashion sense. Here's a song I wrote a few years ago, and as I wrote it, I had the fantasy that somehow a guy like Marty Robbins or Roy Orbison could have sung this song. That's typical of me in my career, is to write a song for people who've been dead for 30 years. But I hope you like it. I'm going to do it my style. It's called Don't Leave Her Lonely. Her eyes, when they smile, look like the brightest summer sky. And they look at you with a sigh of desire. You're her man, I understand. I'm your brother, I'm your friend. But a man must always tend to his own fire. Don't leave her lonely. Don't leave her blue. Don't make her unhappy. Brother, I'm telling you, I might be tempted to treat her so right. Don't leave her lonely, lonely tonight. I look away every day when she passes by my way. There ain't nothing I can say and still feel proud. But it's clear I'll be here should your love disappear. If you leave her here in tears, I'll be around. So don't leave her lonely. Don't leave her blue. Don't make her unhappy. Brother, I'm telling you, 'cause I might be tempted to treat her so right. Don't leave her lonely, lonely tonight. Don't leave her lonely, lonely tonight. Don't leave her alone. You know what? Had Roy Orbison somehow miraculously come back and recorded that song, he would have done a much more dramatic ending, but I got a little shy. I don't think you want me to try to do the Roy Orbison ending?
Oh, yeah.
I might be tempted to treat her so right. Don't leave her lonely, lonely tonight. Boy, what a ham. Thank you. Cheers. You know, a few weeks ago, we were very lucky. We had none other than Gordon Lightfoot appearing at the Suffolk Theater a few weeks ago. Any of you guys see Gordon? Okay.
Years ago, yeah.
Okay, how was he? I mean, you didn't see him recently.
No.
Oh, years ago. I know he's getting up there, but he's still out there. I'm glad no one got to see him because I'm going to do one of his songs right now. And he was very popular with the country singers. In fact, Elvis recorded this next song. It's called Early Morning Rain, one of his best songs. Gordon Lightfoot. In the early morning rain, dollar in my hand, with an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. Well, I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones soul. In the early morning rain, nowhere to go. Out on runway number 9, big 707 set to go. Well, I'm stuck here on the grass where the pavement never grows. Well, the liquor tasted good and the women all were fast. Well, there she goes, my friend. She's flying away at last. Hear the mighty engines roll, see the silver wing on high. She's away and westward bound, high above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall and the sun always shines. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours' time. This whole airport's got me down, oh, no earthly good for me. Well, I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I can be. Now you can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train. So I best be on my way in the early morning rain. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train. So I best be on my way in the early morning rain. Thank you. Well, I get a chance to try to do some rock and roll songs just by myself and Pete. Pete's playing really good today, by the way. You know, it's always a challenge to do a rock and roll song by yourself, but I'm going to try to do it. This is called Gone Hollywood. Kind of a Star is Born kind of theme. A boy and a girl goes off to be a big star. The boy waits at home on the farm. That's kind of it. That's about all there is to the song, actually. I don't really need to do it. Gone Hollywood. You're crossing over and you're headed for the top. You used to be a country girl, but now you're going pop. You're an overnight sensation. You're the toast of Tinseltown. I guess I should congratulations, baby, you never come around. You're going Hollywood on me, baby, you're going Hollywood on me. Now that ain't no way to be. You're going Hollywood on me. Now the people that surround you, they tell you what to do. If you get any bigger, mama, there'll be nothing left of you. You know they're cutting all the corners for the middle of the road. I guess I can't blame you, you're just doing what you're told. Hollywood on me. Girl, you're Hollywood on me. Now that ain't no way to be. Oh, you're going Hollywood on me. Ah. A little bit bitter, you don't have to pay me no mind. You can keep the glitter, girl, and leave for me behind. Yeah, but when you're on the mountain, you better look before you leap. The grass is always greener where they put you 6 feet deep. You're going Hollywood on me, hey, you're going Hollywood on me. That ain't no way to be. You're going Hollywood on me. Hey, Hollywood on me. Hey, girl, you going Hollywood on me. That ain't no way to be. You're going Hollywood on me. Conversation with a fella earlier. He had a request. I'm happy to say it was on my list to do. A song written by the great Chris Christopherson. And he wrote this one for Johnny Cash. Johnny had a hit with it. I'd like to do it for you. I know it's afternoon, but it's called Sunday Morning Coming Down. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. And I fumbled through my closet for my clothes to find my cleanest dirty shirt. And I washed my face and combed my hair, and I tumbled down the stairs to greet the day. Well, I smoked my brain the night before with cigarettes and song we were picking. But I lit my first as I watched a small kid cussing at a can he was kicking. And I walked the lonely street, I caught the Sunday smell, someone frying chicken. Mercy. Lord, it took me back to something that I lost somehow, somewhere along the way. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, I was stoned. 'Cause there's something about a Sunday, it makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound, as the sleepy city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. Now in the park I saw a daddy with a laughing little girl he was swinging. And I stopped beside a Sunday school and I listened to the songs they were singing. And I walked the empty street somewhere far away, a lonely bell was ringing. through the canyon like the disappearing dreams of yesterday. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, I was stoned. 'Cause there's a something in a Sunday, it makes somebody feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying, half as lonesome as the sound, as the sleepy city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down, 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 down. Christopher Stoppers about that. Thank you. Well, I've been kicking around for a few years, you know, and I just wanted to welcome you to Gene Casey country. As it says on the poster, I think that's a nice ring to it. I think maybe just if you get pulled over by a policeman, just say you know. Gene Casey country. This next song is one I wrote, and I'd say it's about 80% true. But I'm not going to tell you which parts are true and which parts aren't. Based on a true story. Now a major motion picture called Guitar in the Rain. I came home, you was gone. Said, what the hell is going on? My poor heart filled with pain. See my guitar in the rain. Well, I rang the bell, tried to key. You know, I thought this place belonged to me. 5 long years down the drain. To see my guitar in the rain. But the wood is good and the body is fair, despite all the rain and the wear and tear. Oh, what a sad, sad sight sitting there tonight. So I hit the road, what could I do? Oh, worn and torn and sad and blue. I hitched a ride and I jumped a train, and I played my guitar in the rain. Huh. Oh, but the wood is good and the strings still ring, despite all the rust and the dust and the dings. Oh, what a sad, sad song it sings tonight. Now if you wonder where I'm at, well, you don't have to worry about that. Listen hard for the strains of a lonely guitar in the rain. Listen hard for the strains of a lonely guitar in the rain. Ha! I have a deep appreciation for what I consider the real golden era of country western music, which to me was the mid-1950s into the 60s, when you had young writers like Roger Miller or Willie Nelson were writing for other people. There's so many great songs. I'd like to do one from that period. Roger Miller wrote this one. And not that long ago, John Prine recorded it. when two worlds collide. Your world was different from mine, don't you see? We just couldn't fit in, though we tried. We both reached for heavens, but ours weren't the same. That's what happens when two worlds collide. Your world was made up of things sweet and good. My world could never fit in, I wished it could. Two hearts lie in shambles, and oh, how they cry. That's what happens when two worlds collide. Your world was made up of things sweet and good, and my world could never fit in. God, I wish it could. Now two hearts lie in shambles, oh, how they cry. That's what happens when two worlds collide. That's what happens when two worlds collide. Thank you. I like that song. Here's a brand new song. Well, brand new because I've never really, all right, I have performed it before, but not often. And it's a song I wrote while I was down in Nashville a few years ago. It's so new, I don't know it. What's it called? I'm a big fan of what they used to call swamp rock, early Creedence Clearwater, and Tony Joe White, Polk Salad Annie, that kind of song. This is kind of like my attempt at a swampy Cajun type of song. It's called The Man on the Side. It's a bit risque, by the way. Just letting younger folks forget about it. I don't need to be no number one. You know me, baby, I'm all about fun. The one that you run to when your main man is out with the tide. You know my number, give me a call. You'll hear my shoes in the hall. That ain't all, baby, I'll be your man on the side. Yeah, the man on the side, the one that you hide, the one nobody knows you know. I'm your backdoor man, places you wanna go. No expectations, no foolish pride. Whenever you are ready to take that ride, I don't mind. I am your man on the side. All right. Honey, we can meet on a darkened street where nobody knows your name. Or better, come to my shack, park in the back. Nobody will know you came. Your secret, baby, is safe with me whenever you need a little company. Yes, indeed, I'll be your man on the side. I'm the man on the side who can satisfy that scratch, the itch nobody else can scratch. No diamond rings, no fancy things, mama. Just a little fling, no strings attached. Ask me no questions, tell you no lies. I'll even help you, baby, with your alibi. I'll be your man on the side. Yeah. That's not a true story, by the way. All right. Thank you. Enjoy the parade. Okay. All right. Thank you. I think I offended them. That's okay, guys. Anyway, I like to do a song that I wrote. Now, sometimes when you write a song, you don't always realize that you're sometimes stealing from another song. It happens inadvertently. Now, some people have told me this song is a bit too much like the great Gentle on My Mind by John Hartford and Glenn Campbell. I don't really hear it, but, you know, I'll let them sue me if it's too close. It's called How Do I Know You're Not Lying to Me Now? I have lived and I have learned. As far as I'm concerned, I'm all the wiser now. Going through the phases and the changes and the stages with you. But many times I've been burned, still you return to take another bow. How do I know that you're not just lying to me now? How do I know you're not playing that same song again? Well, it's such a pretty tune. Have I forgotten too soon how it ends? You beg and you plead, you say it won't lead to another row. How do I know that you're not just lying to me now? For the time here on earth, is it really worth all the fuss and fight? Hearts that are broken and the words that are spoken in the angry night. You say you have changed and you will arrange to make it up somehow. How do I know that you're not just lying to me now? How do I know that this time you will really be true? I've heard it before, and if I hear it once more, don't know what I'll do. You say that you care, and you would not dare break another vow. How do I know that you're not just lying to me now? How do I know that you're not just lying to me now? You know, a lot of these songs that I'm doing, that I wrote, I made available on CDs. Now, do you remember what CDs were? I don't know. I'm getting obsolete. People like me who we used to press like 500 or 1,000 copies of a record and sell them at our gigs. Can't do that anymore because no one has a CD player. And a lot of my fans aren't into streaming and such, but I'm out there, so I got a check from Spotify around Christmas time for $1.17. So it all adds up eventually. Anyway, I like to do a song I learned recently, and the thing about classic country music that I really like, sometimes it tells a great story. You don't even realize how deep it goes. For instance, the name of the song is called I Never Picked Cotton. And I don't even remember who wrote it. I know Roy Clark had a hit with it in the early 70s. I Never Picked Cotton. And it's about, down south, if you were a coal miner and had a family, you could probably get by, just barely. But if, in this song, the father is a coal miner, he dies. And the family has to go into tenant farming or sharecropping, which is, that's dirt poor, literally dirt poor. It's about, you raise a crop that's not even really your own. You're just kind of renting the spot. Anyway, the guy in the song says, there's no way I'm going to be a tenant farmer. I'm not going to pick cotton, no matter what it takes. That's the song. It's called I Never Pick Cotton. Well, I never picked cotton, but my mother did, and my brother did, and my sister did, and our daddy died young, working in the coal mine. When I was just a baby, too little for a cotton sack, I played in the dirt while the others worked till they couldn't straighten up their back. And I made myself a promise when I was big enough to run, I wouldn't stay one single day in that Oklahoma sun. And I'd never pick cotton, but my mother did, and my brother did, and my sister did, and the daddy died young, working in the coal mine. Now folks said I grew up early, and the farm couldn't hold me then. I stole $10 in a pickup truck, and they never saw me again. And it was fast cars and whiskey, long-haired girls and fun. I had everything that money could bring, and I took it all with a gun. But I never picked cotton, but my mother did, and my brother did, and my sister did, and her daddy died young, working in the coal mine. Saturday night in Memphis when a redneck grabbed my shirt, and when he said, "Go back to your cotton sack," I left him dying in the dirt. And tomorrow morning they'll hang me from the gallows there outside. And the time I got there ain't a heck of a lot that I can look back on with pride. But I never picked cotton like my mother did, and my brother did, and my sister did, and our daddy died young, working in the coal mine. It's a great song. Thank you. I never picked cotton, by the way. Closest I came to picking cotton was figuring out what BVDs to wear in the morning. I thought that was funny. That was kind of a polite laughter, I thought. Okay. Well, I'm also a big fan of what I call the Hollywood cowboy song, the singing cowboy type song that was so popular mostly in the 1940s and so on. And they're not real cowboy songs because real cowboys, I thought that was a cattle calling me. But some songs are based on cowboy poems, but this one's purely a Hollywood song. I think it was in a Disney movie in the 1940s. It's the wrong key, so I can't. All right, if it goes out, it's like free jazz or something. Blue shadows on the trail. If you want to make coyote noises or whippoorwill noises, go right ahead. That's right. Shades of night are falling as the wind begins to sigh. The world is silhouetted against a western sky. Blue shadows on the trail. Blue moon shining through the trees. The plaintive wail from the distance comes a-drifting through the evening breeze. Move along, blue shadows, move along. Soon the dawn will come and you'll be on your way. Until the darkness sheds its veil, there'll be blue shadows on the trail. Shadows move along. Soon the dawn will come and you'll be on your way. Until the darkness sheds its veil. Shadows on the trail. There'll be blue shadows on the trail. a song that a lot of people kind of they make jokes about this one. It's actually a true story in that being a rock and roll fan as I am. Well, of course, Elvis Presley, early Elvis, actually any period of Elvis, I'm a big fan of. And I was once explaining to people how, I think about Elvis quite a bit. He always comes up in a conversation, or someone reminds me of him, someone says something. And so I'm very Elvis conscious. And I wrote a song called I Think About Elvis Every Day. It's a true story. At one point or another, like right now, I'm thinking about Elvis. I hope you like it. Elvis Every Day. Hey, I think about Elvis every day. Yeah, I know it's kind of a funny thing to say. In my own peculiar way, I think about Elvis every day. I'll just be biding my time. Something about Elvis hits my mind. Something that I read that he said pops in my head. Something about Elvis comes to mind. Well, it's not like I'm obsessed. Well, maybe just a little. You may not be impressed, but I don't really care. Talk about the king if you want to, but if you want to, buddy, I'll be there. I think about Elvis every day. And I never even got to see him play. Sometimes I wonder what he'd say about me thinking about Elvis every day. Yeah. Well, now I'm not trying to say he was any kind of perfect. No one ever was, never is, will never be. But can you imagine? I can't imagine. No one can imagine. Not even me. I'm talking about something about Elvis every day. And even when I'm old and turning gray, some things will never fade away. And I think about Elvis every day. Some things will never fade away. Yeah, I think about Elvis every day. I'm gonna do a Buddy Holly song while I'm at it. Yeah, Buddy Holly. I thought I had this one. This is not one of his big hits, but it's one I like. Cool. Think it over. Yeah. Come on, Pete. Yeah. I'm thinking over what you just said. I'm thinking over in your pretty little head. Are you sure that I'm not the one? Is your love real or only fun? You think it over, you think it over. A lonely heart grows cold and old. I think it over and let me know. I think it over, but don't be slow. I just remember all the birds and bees go through life's mysteries. You think it over, you think it over. A lonely heart grows cold and old. Yeah. the blues goodbye. You think it over, you think it over. A lonely heart grows cold and old. Hey! Hey! Think it over in your pretty little head, honey. Are you sure that I'm not the one? Think it over, we'll have some fun. You think it over, I think it over. A lonely heart grows cold and old. I think it over, over and over. I think it over, over and over. I think it over, over and over. Now I know me sitting here playing songs for you, it looks really glamorous, right? It's Gene Casey country after all. However, it's not always glitz and glitter. No, my friends, there's the other side of it. And if there are any musicians in the house, you know what it's like to be driving home at 3 o'clock in the morning, staying awake, cup of coffee, windows rolled down, the radio on, just trying to stay awake to get home. And I've been doing that for a long time. But you want to get home, that's the whole point. And it's not easy to be the significant other of a musician. I know that for a fact. I've been told, rather. So I wrote a song called Hey Mrs. Troubadour. It's kind of I should know these songs. I do. I just I'll make it up if I don't remember. It's called Hey Mrs. Troubadour, and I want to dedicate it to any musician and musician spouse in the house. Crumpled $20 bill laying by the windowsill, a guitar pick, an empty glass of wine. These are the things he leaves behind. Life of the party in recline. You tiptoe through your busy day, let him sleep the day away. You always keep an eye on the time. Take his favorite shirt off of the line. Early evening coffee, honey, rise and shine. Hey, Mrs. Troubadour, what have you been waiting for? Did you ever think it'd be this way? Dear Madam Superstar, can he take the other car? The van broke down another town to play. Please, Mrs. Millionaire, have you any more to spare? You know he'll make it up to you someday. 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 All along at 3 a.m. with one eye on the clock again, you're praying that he makes it home alive. You thought you heard him coming up the drive. Next thing you know, it's almost 5. Hello, babe, it's late, I know. Are you all right? How did it go? The king of rock and roll has arrived. Well, it was just another dive, just another night to survive. Hey, Mrs. Troubadour, what have you been longing for? Did you ever think it would be this way? Dear Madam Superstar, can he take the other car? The band broke down, another town to play. Hey, Mrs. Millionaire, have you any more to spare? You know he'll make it up to you someday. 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 That is a true story, 100%. Thank you so much. And I want to say hello to Doug Gregg over there, who is my neighbor, and he tunes pianos, and he's a fantastic guy. I just want to say hello, Doug. Thank you for tuning our pianos. All right. Maybe I'll get a free tune-up after I mention Doug. Here's a song. I wrote this a long time ago, and I'd forgotten about this song. And then I have a publisher deal in LA. I know that sounds highfalutin, but it's not. But occasionally I get lucky with a song in a TV show or movie, 30 seconds of a song of mine. It's very nice. And I had sent this song a long time ago and forgotten about it. And it ended up in a TV show, Sons of Anarchy. Folks, remember that one? There's a scene where the guy's in the kitchen and this song is playing. So I thought I'd do it for all you Sons of Anarchy fans. It's called Mañana, Mañana. There's a story behind that too. I don't know how I did this, but like I said, sometimes you end up ripping off another song, you don't realize it. Well, I had no idea, how stupid of me, that in the 1950s, Miss Peggy Lee had a big hit record called Mañana is Soon Enough for Me. It just escaped me. And I wrote a song called Mañana, Mañana is Soon Enough for Me. So, I'm sorry, Miss Peggy Lee, but she wasn't on Sons of Anarchy. I was. Anyway, it's a fun little tune, and I'm gonna pitch the song to Jimmy Buffett. We'll see if he likes this one. My good friend is back again to settle our affair, to pay him back with what I lack, what I do not dare. So I say I cannot pay, but you will get your share. Sit tight, Jack, I'll pay you back, I'll pay you back. Mañana, mañana, soon enough for me. Mañana, mañana, for it will always be. Till it comes, I'll drink my rum, sail the open sea. Mañana, mañana, soon enough for me. Pretty lady that I know is knocking on my door. She cannot wait to set a date and reel me into shore. A diamond ring and everything the future holds in store. Don't you fret, just come to bed, we will be wed. Mañana, mañana, soon enough for me. Mañana, mañana, for it will always be. Until it comes, I'll drink my rum, sail the open sea. Mañana, mañana, soon enough for me. Hey! Let the chips fall where they may, that's my philosophy. Sweep them up another day, whenever that may be. Put off what you cannot do today, and you will see anything worth doing, well, is worth doing. Mañana, mañana, soon enough for me. Mañana, mañana, for it will always be. Until it comes, I'll drink my rum, sail the open sea. Mañana, mañana, soon enough for me. Mañana, mañana, mañana is soon enough for me. Mañana, mañana, mañana is soon enough for me. Miss Peggy Lee. How are we doing there?
One more. And
Really?
we're
That's
gonna have
all?
refreshments.
Oh, refreshments.
Yes.
In that other room?
In that other room. We're
Okay.
gonna have homemade chili and cornbread.
Okay, it's hard to top that. That's a tough competition. One more. Well, I had about 40 left too. I had so many good stories to tell you.
Maybe two.
Maybe two. Maybe I'll do two. What you gonna do, arrest me? Well, let me tell you something. Okay, I'll do two. Okay. I'll do one that I've never done this before. I may never do it again if I can find it. It's just a song that I'm very fond of. It's a very famous folk song. It has a lot of different verses. I'm just going to do, I think, two verses. One of my heroes, a great singer, and people knew him almost as much as a comedian, but the great Tennessee Ernie Ford did this one. Oh, Shenandoah, I hear you calling. Hi-oh, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Hi-oh, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. Missouri, she's a mighty river. Oh, you rolling river. When she rolls down, her topsail shiver. I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. Farewell, my dearest, I'm all to leave you. Oh, you rolling river, oh Shenandoah, I'll not deceive you. Oh, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. I really do want to thank you folks for coming down, and I know you could be marching in the cold. I really applaud your choice. But seriously, it's been a rough couple of years for everybody, and musicians particularly, well, in my case, you know, just sitting home, not knowing what to do, driving my wife crazy. And one more time for Heather for helping out. But if you like like what you hear, my website tells you where I'll be all year long. We're pretty busy with the band and solo and such. So thank you very much. I'm going to do a little rock and roll tune called Don't Bother Me, I'm Rockin'. Well, I called my little darling on the phone. Her dear old daddy said, son, she's not home. I asked him, sir, could you please tell me where she's at? He said, now, son, that little girl of mine is a bit of an alley cat. So I hit every honky-tonk town. I was trying to track my little darling down. I found her at a place they called Cutchogue. She was dancing on the tables out in bed. Whoa! She said, don't bother me, Daddy, I'm rocking. Well, it's Saturday night and I ain't got time to lose. Don't bother me, Daddy, I'm rocking. And I ain't got time to hear you sing the blues. Well, I sat that woman down and I said, now listen, darling, it is time that you and I got engaged. But just when I was about to pop the question, a little rock and roll band hit the stage. Oh, then she said, don't bother me, Daddy, I'm rocking. Well, it's a Saturday night and I ain't got time to lose. Don't bother me, Daddy, I'm rocking. And I ain't got time to hear you sing the blues. Oh, don't bother me. Later on, there came a fateful morning. I was to take my little darling for my bride. So I hurried on down to the chapel. I was waiting for my darling to arrive. Well, I don't know what to say about my darling. The way she stood me up, I'll never ever understand. Someone saw her later on that evening. She was back at Jackson, swinging to the band. Yeah, don't bother me, Daddy, I'm rocking. You know it's Saturday night and I ain't got time to lose. Don't bother me, Daddy, I'm rocking. And I ain't got time to hear you sing. I'm rockin', I'm rockin', I'm rockin'. Well, it's a Saturday